Hey everybody, welcome to Fishing Unfiltered. This is one of my first actual talking to you, my audience videos, and I kind of want to let you know who I am, and as fall is approaching, I am getting ready for ice fishing, so I'm going to bring you over some of my favorite lures as well. My name is Jordan. I've just recently started this YouTube channel because I love fishing, I love the outdoors, and I wanted to bring you guys on an adventure with me, showing you what I do when I go fishing and why I love everything about it so much. Now, ice fishing is one of my favorite times of year. I love the cold. I hate the heat. Up here in Minnesota, where I live, we get all four seasons and we get very drastic weather changes, and ice fishing is just the best time of year for me to enjoy the cold. So we're going to go over some of my favorite lures, what they do, what I use them for, and just my overall tackle I keep with me when I'm on the ice. Lure-wise, I'm not getting into tip-ups and any of that kind of stuff today. We'll save that for another video. So, I'm going to grab the camera here. Hi guys. I'm just going to give you a quick glance. I got my tungsten in a nice Kender's case. Somewhat organized. I don't panfish all that much. Here's the lead side. I keep all the lead and tungsten separate. Then over here, we got some walleye talkers. We have minnow style baits. I think that one's a Lindy Darter on the left there. Then in this pocket, Swedish pimples. I love Swedish pimples. Panfish, walleye, everything grabbing. Pike, I've got big pike on these. They just give off a lot of color. They're heavier for the size that they are, so they displace water well, which gets the fish's attention. I fish a lot of murky water, so a lot of the baits you'll see me using are either bright or they have a rattle or some type of noise maker, or they're heavy and they displace a lot of water. It helps the fish find them easier. Now these are jigging wraps. I honestly don't use these all that often. I want to get to use them more. Just don't have a lot of experience with them. I'll be playing with those quite a bit this winter that you guys will see. Then we got the walleye talkers. These are great baits for stained water. Sorry, I'm clumsy this morning, I guess. Great thing about these, it's glass beads with these little metal discs. So, I don't know if you can hear that very well, but they clack. And fish love that. They just love that noise. It calls them in. Another loud bait I like to use, this is the first one we just went over. First tackle thing, tackle box, XLR. I keep all these in this bag. Ryobi bag, tool bag, it says Ryobi on it, nothing special. It's just something I keep all of my winter stuff in and carry it all with me all season long. Now in this box I have a lot of loud baits. These are all my rippin' wraps. Rapala makes these. Got a bunch of different colors. This is one of my favorites. These are my size 4s in this pocket. I got my size 3s in this pocket. I know a lot of people go bigger. I don't have any of the bigger ones yet simply because I haven't needed a situation where I need bigger ones. These baits, they have rattles in them. So when you're vertically jigging, let me get one loose here. When you're vertically jigging, you can even hear them when I just handle it. It's very, very, very loud. Vertically jigging, up and down, it rattles and vibrates and just drives fish insane. They love their rippin' wraps. If I'm not marking anything or haven't marked anything in a while, but I know fish are in the area, I'll put one of those on, just give it a few hard rips. And a lot of the times the fish get interested and come back to the area. Now these I didn't even discover. I'm sure they've been around forever, but I believe they're called flutter spoons. Kind of a generic name. Lots of spoons flutter on the way down, but that's their name. I didn't kind of discover these until the end of last season. I only have 2, obviously. But the last few days I was out, I did really well crappie and walleye on these 2 baits. I don't know what it is about them. They're really light, so I'm guessing it's the slow fall. And the way they're shaped, they flutter unlike any other spoon I've seen on the drop. And up here we got some just plastics. I love the wedge style. I don't do a lot of pan fishing, but I do enjoy it. So every once in a while I'll go out and chase some crappies or sunnies. and I just really like the wedge style. They're easy to use. They're multi-purpose. You can take and hook it in the middle, or you can hook it. It's kind of like a wacky rig or a mustache worm. They call them during the winter, the really small ones. Or you can just hook it like you would any other bait on a jig. So it dangles off like that. Or here, I can actually show you. I got some small jiggers over here. And so you can dangle them off like that, just with the tail off. Now, over here, we're done in that box for now. Kinda. No, we're not done in that box. Sorry, guys. First video talking to an audience. I'll get better at it as I go. Now, these are my glow shot spoons. These kind of came out last year. Not kind of came out. They did come out last year. I had a little bit of luck with them. You actually, that little slit in there, you put a little glow stick in there. I got multiple colors. But you put a little glow stick in there. And these are made by Northland. Northland tackle. And you got these little glow sticks that go in there, and it glows. Yeah, they last longer than like glowing your lure with flashlight or LED light or glow cup people have. They last a lot longer than that. So you're not bringing your lure up every 5 to 10 minutes, putting a new charge of glow on it. The glow sticks last quite a while. So we're done with that box now. That is box number 3, including the Kinder case, I believe. Now this one's kind of just my smaller tackle box, not a whole lot in there. I keep a lot of my smaller stuff in there. Now on the big side of it, right here, I keep all of my terminal equipment, terminal tackle, whatever you want to call it. Just hooks, bare hooks, some swivels, quick snaps, these slip knots for bobbers, all that good stuff. Got these little bobbers that I use for tip-ups. We'll go over that in a different video when I show you guys how I rig my tip-ups and how I rig them for different species. These just mark your line for how deep you are with the tip-ups. Now these are some of my favorite jig guys. These jigs are awesome. Well, they're not even jigs. One of them's a jig. Spoons, whatever you want to call them. Just a vertical jigging presentation. Goes like that. But these are made by Venom. And as we were talking about earlier with the Northland glow spoons, is glowing, bringing them up, and glowing them every 5 minutes. Well, these are some of the best glow lures I have ever used. I have a few of them now, in a bunch of different colors. That one's blue, these are orange, one's green, and then I have an actual small jig made out of the same material, plastic, that Venom uses. I love them. They work great for panfish. I've yet to catch a walleye or pike on one. I'm sure it's very, very, very possible. Going up one compartment right here is just all my really small spoons. These are more of, I've caught walleye on a couple of these, but these spoons are mostly for panfish. They're small. Great for crappie. Perch love them. Got a bunch of different colors. Actually, more than one of these I got out of a pike's mouth while fishing. It broke off another fisherman, and I caught that pike. And this, I can actually show you one. This guy right here. That one was in the pike's mouth. And I believe as well as this one. So those two, I didn't even have to pay for, luckily. A fish gave them to me, and the fish tasted pretty good after that as well. So that fish was very, very friendly to Jordan. Free lures out of the deal, and a meal. Pretty good. Now these guys, these are pretty cool. When I'm dead sticking, or I've even thrown these on tip-ups before, what these are just hooks, really. They're flat on the side, very wide up there. Got a big eyeball, and it's shiny on the back. Now, when I'm dead sticking and I just got a minnow on these, I just usually hook it through the back of the minnow, and the minnow sits there and swims, and these wobble and gives off flash and color. I like them for dead sticking. I got quite a few different colors. I've had some luck on them. Pike love them, walleye love them. I've caught a couple bass on these as well, which I'm never targeting bass when I'm ice fishing. I haven't yet. I would love to actually spend a day targeting bass. Just haven't had the opportunity, not a whole lot of knowledge of how to chase them through the ice. We'll get there. Now, since this is my smallest tackle bin for ice fishing, I also keep a few of the panfish jigs, just in case I don't bring my panfish Kinder jig box. I have a few little panfish jigs in there. We got a VMC chandelier and a couple custom jigs. I get at like ice shows and stuff. Those are always fun. This one's one of my favorite custom ones. It's red, white dots on it. Now I'm a huge fan with panfish to go pink, white, or red. So a lot of my panfish stuff you guys will see is in that color scheme. I'm going to shut that one, move on to the last box. Last box, in my opinion, is my favorite box. It's my most important box, guys. I fish walleye a lot during the winter. That is my main species I am chasing, and this is kind of my walleye box. Now, everything on this compartment over here is all VMC Rattle Spoons or Northland Tackle Buckshot Spoons. And the reason they're all grouped together is they're very similar in shape. I'll find two different ones for you guys. This one is a VMC Rattling Spoon. See that? It's got a chamber on the back that I doubt you guys will be able to see very well, but it does say VMC Rattle on it. And what these do, I'll get the buckshot out as well. I'll even get it in the same color scheme. Or, no, different color schemes, sorry. The green one up front is the VMC Rattle Spoon. The one in the back is the Buckshot Spoon. They're very, very similar baits. I like them both. They both have that rattle chamber on the back where the bead is. And these are a little bit quieter than, say, those Rip and Wraps. But if you can hear that, there's a little rattle in there. I really like those for big, big crappie. I got some smaller ones for when I'm going for big crappie and big perch. But I got some of the bigger ones to medium-sized ones, and even the small ones, they all work for walleye. Walleye love, I don't know if it's the rattle, which I'm guessing a huge part of it is the rattle. I fish stained water, I've mentioned that already. But it might be the shape of them. They are decently weighted, so they displace a lot of water. But just love them. Walleye absolutely destroy those. And another thing walleye like, sorry, my table here, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's actually a spool on a trailer, so if I kick it, it will move. We got over here in this one another thing walleye love, and a lot of fish love, especially these smaller ones, like what I just grabbed. Panfish. These are Tingler, Tumbler, or Slender spoons, guys. And they're all spoons that have different actions when they flutter down. And I love those. Got lots of different colors of those. I actually got two of my compartments filled with those. These two right here. These are my bigger ones on the right. Gotta show you a few of these. Of course, they never land color side up, but they come in glow, copperbacks, silverbacks, holographic, UV. They're all just really, really great lures, those guys up there. Now, moving on to the next compartment, we have my Rattlin Flyers. Those are pretty cool. They're very similar to, say, the Buckshots or VMC Rattle Spoons, but they got these wings on the side. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it is a different shape and just drops differently. And I actually noticed that these ones are a little bit louder, the rattles, than the Buckshot or Rattle Spoons. I like those a lot as well. Got quite a few different ones, different sizes, red, white. Actually, this one is probably my favorite lure all winter last season. I've caught I caught the most fish, big crappie, big perch, some walleye off that guy right there. It's a glow white with a copper back, and it is chewed up. You can see lots of scratches from teeth. The eyes like damn near gone. I did catch a couple pike on these, that's why it's beaten up pretty good. I've been looking for another one in this exact color scheme, but I've not been able to find it. So I'll go online and hopefully find another one. But that was my lure of choice last year. It was fantastic. Last little compartment here, guys. We got my flash champs. Don't use those all that much, but they do work. Catch a lot of crappie on them. Got one bigger one for walleye. I think I've caught one eye on that. Those are pretty cool. Just another spoon type lure. Here's a little unique guy. Forgot who makes these, but it's really cool. I only caught a pike on it last year, and I missed a monster walleye at the hole with this. It's a really large spoon. It's heavy. Weird shape. I think it's like a stop. I think when I bought this, it was advertised as a stop sign bait or something like that, but it doesn't even look like a stop sign. But it's got weird edges on it, all that kind of stuff, kind of funky shaped. And it's got a little bead in the back. You can see that right there. This one's actually see-through. You can see the bead. That's a cool lure. It was just unique. I bought it, used it a couple times, liked it. Probably buy again just because it's funny looking and it's unique, and I like unique lures. So, try and get this camera set up again to say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching. My name is Jordan. Again, this is one of my first videos, so hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully you enjoyed the content that I will come up with in the future. Thank you.